What's up, Grizzlies fans? This is Jason Hannold here for part 3 of our Where Champions Are Grown series, presented by Save Mart, Valley Proud. Today I get a chance to hang out with the creators of My Job Depends on Ag. Eric Bream, Eric Wilson, Steve Malenka.
Hello.
Thanks for coming to hang out with me today, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We're going to jump right in. Eric Bream, tell me a little bit, what is My Job Depends on Ag?
At its core, My Job Depends on Ag is really trying to connect people to agriculture in ways that they might not be able to see up front. It's really just trying to reconnect the urban people and the rural farming people and try and share values and figure out how we fit in with what they do and how they fit in with what we do. And I think sports is a great way to do that because everybody loves sports and we can use that as a shared value to.
It's a great connecting piece.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My Job Depends on Ag, Facebook, 90,000 followers.
90,000.
This is something that is definitely growing every day. We've got a lot of people in this group, right?
Yeah.
Eric, tell me what the Central Valley, where champions are grown, Valley Proud, what that means to you.
Well, man, it means a lot. I mean, it's fun with our social media site to talk about the greatness of this Central Valley and what we can do and how much food and fiber we can produce in abundance.
Absolutely.
You know, for the world and for our country. And that's exciting to share that story with people that may not realize right over the mountain ranges exactly where the food comes from. You know, sometimes we're divided by mountain ranges and people don't come into the San Joaquin Valley often, at least the masses,
Yeah.
right? So we want to just show them what we do and how we do it. Hope they appreciate what we do.
Absolutely. Fantastic, man. Steve,
Yes, sir.
there was a need here for this group. There was a need for this movement. Tell me a little bit about it. Tell me where you're from, what it is that you got going on, and then how this kind of movement came about.
Well, my experience in ag here in the San Joaquin Valley takes place in western Fresno County in a little farm town called Fireball. And I've been selling farm equipment out there for 30 plus years. Sold Eric a sprayer, as a matter of fact, a few years ago. Good customer of mine.
Client?
Yeah, and we have been struggling out there with the need for water here in the San Joaquin Valley, in the valley that grows 400 different crops, the only dry Mediterranean type climate in the United States. It can all be grown right here, and to help with awareness, to get people to think a little bit about where their food comes from, I created a decal. It's in the shape of the state of California. It says, "My job depends on ag." And 5 years later, we're doing quite well and getting the message out, and we're selling these decals and taking the money and giving it to kids in the form of scholarships.
That's fantastic.
It's a nonprofit deal. But we like people to know that our whole mission is awareness for ag.
You hit on a lot of great points, Steve. That's fantastic, man. I think one of the things that we talk about consistently here in the Central Valley is water, right? That's a major issue. That's a major thing that's being brought up. Today, I mean, we're almost, it's a leap year, so tomorrow's the 29th. We are at the end of February right now, almost 80 degrees today. It's a gorgeous day, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Eric, why is that a problem for ag? Why is that a problem for us here in the Valley?
Well, we're used to dealing with weather issues, and this year's a pretty difficult one because we've received virtually no rainfall in the month of February, and this warm weather starts to push the crops forward a little faster than we'd like, and so it can create problems down the road.
Yeah, it's great now, but it might not be great come August, September here, right?
Sure.
That's the thing. And when you look into the Sierras and you see that reserve up there, and you know that it's light, it's a little alarming on the ag
I
side.
think we get alarmed because we know winter might not be over just yet. So that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We get to pushing stuff, and then, oh man, winter gonna come back in the middle of March and make life a little difficult.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem is you've got these plants that think it's springtime, and then all of a sudden it'll revert back to winter.
Yep, they're blooming as we
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Right.
Our fear would be less if that snowpack you're talking about, Jason, was able to be captured a little more instead of going to the ocean.
That's
And,
very true.
If we could save a little more, there'd be a lot for everybody,
Yeah.
not just an ag.
That's very true, man. That's a great point. Gentlemen, let's hear it now. Steve, I want to go to you. What is your favorite food?
Italian food, hands down. Italian food.
You
I
got a
could
dish?
Probably pizza. It's a pretty
Pizza?
simple
All
one.
right.
Yeah,
I do pizza reviews. You know
I've
that,
seen
right?
that. That's a good job, by the way. That's
anything
awesome.
in a marinara sauce too.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. Eric, any last words for the people here? You get a chance to speak to them about My Job Depends on Ag. Any last words you'd like to share?
I would just say join our page and sit back and learn. Hopefully you can learn a few things about the importance of agriculture and just how massive or on the scale of what we're doing here in the Central Valley truly is. It's an amazing thing if you can start to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Does your job depend on ag? Does your job depend on ag? Yours mine. And that's just to get the conversation.
I think at some level everybody's job
Absolutely.
depends
That's
on
all we're
ag,
asking.
so,
Just to make that
Yeah.
recognition.
Eric Bream, South Valley, Lindsay, California area, correct?
Yep.
What do you grow? What are you farming down there?
Citrus.
Citrus?
Mhm.
All right. How long you been doing that?
My family's been in the citrus business for just under 70 years.
70 years
Yeah.
in the citrus business. If there was one thing you could say to the audience that doesn't understand agriculture, that you can bring in from just a general perspective, what is that thing that you could say?
Well, I think what I would ask them is to talk to farmers.
That's a great point.
My Job Depends on Ag has given me the opportunity to talk to a lot of different groups around the state and actually around the nation. And what I've found is that people have this big desire to talk to a farmer, and they have lots of questions, but farmers aren't necessarily always available to them. And so what My Job Depends on Ag on social media has created is a place where they can ask those questions and get the answers from guys like me or guys like Eric and Steve.
Yeah.
Direct, and I think there's really a need for that moving forward.
I think it's fantastic, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for
Yeah,
coming out today.
appreciate it.
All right, fans, this is your chance to win a $100 Save Mart gift card and 4 tickets to Save Mart Sunday. All you have to do is answer the question below. Steve, what is his favorite food? So this is your chance. Take a look, enter in the comments, and get a chance to win a $100 Save Mart gift card and 4 tickets to Save Mart Sunday. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
All right.
Really
Thanks, Jake.
appreciate your time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. A lot of fun.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, man.